By defensive lineman Mozzie Smith for the formation. J.J. McCarthy in the shotgun. Back to pass. McCarthy steps up, rolling right side, running
Yost
35, 40-yard line, and he'll slide at the 40 to go down in front of
Greenspan.
Lathan Ransom, safety. First down, McCarthy again on the run.
Presentation of Michigan hockey. The Wolverines look to rebound from a deflating
not first down.
7-2
Second
loss
short.
in the hands of their rival Ohio State last night. But it's a new day inside Yost today.
So McCarthy
Michigan trying to salvage
almost
a
got the
split
first
in the
down.
series.
He's got one more to go for
move
Michigan with the
on
ball at their own
from
41-yard line.
Deflating result.
Ronnie Bell wide
It was
left.
a disappointing
Andrew
game.
Anthony wide right. Colston
Michigan
Loveland
was
slot
simply
right.
outclassed.
Donovan Edwards in the backfield with J.J. McCarthy. Second and 1, Michigan to their own 41-yard line. Now Loveland motioning right to left. Hand to Edwards running straight ahead. Gets the first down and more. Hits the 50. And goes down to the Ohio State 48. Lathan Ransom safety brought him down. Conversion Wolverines.
Yeah, drive started on their
came in and
20-yard
showed
line. They
last
got it
night.
across
They
midfield.
are
A couple
for real.
first downs
They
on
are
this drive.
legit.
So the defense needs to
And
tighten up
Michigan's
here.
not going to be able to
Spot
play
down
around
at the
with
Ohio
them.
State 47-yard line.
I think for Michigan,
So
he is
Michigan with a
getting off to a hot
24-20
start early.
lead.
Because if you don't,
And
and
McCarthy
you let,
out of the
if you
gun.
let Ohio
Hands
State
it off
get out
Donovan
in
Edwards
front,
going left side. He'll get to
you
the
could be looking
Ohio
at the
State
same
40
thing
and stumble and go down at the 38 of the
same thing
Buckeyes,
that
where
happened
finally
last
lineman
time.
Ty Hamilton got enough of him
And
to
it will
force
be
him
imperative
down,
for
but Michigan
to get
gaining
off to
yards
a
on the
hot
ground.
start.
Chili Maloa had the first opportunity in the
Here
backfield,
tonight,
but just couldn't
Wolverines
get
and
Donovan
Buckeyes
Edwards
about
off his
ready
balance
to go.
and
Adam
return that
Fantilli
corner
in the
and pick up
center
9.
circle,
Ohio State's 38.
along with Jake Weiss.
They're
Fantilli
gonna
wins
have
it,
Max
and
Bredesen
away we go.
and
Michigan
Mullings in
wearing
an
the
offset
main
eye. McCarthy
jerseys,
will get
Ohio
under
State
center.
in the
Ola
reds.
Timmy.
He's played up along
On
the
third
boards
and
by
short,
Gillis,
Michigan at Ohio
skating
State's
through the neutral
38.
zone. Quick shot knocked away by
McCarthy the
Portillo.
snap. Hands it off
That's
Mullings.
sent out in
Mullings is
front
going to
by
throw a jump
McWard.
pass
It's
downfield,
gathered
caught
by
at the 25,
Luke for
and
Michigan,
tackled
and
at
then
the
that's straight
23.
in on the
Safety
backhand, and
Lathan
Ohio
Ransom
State has
tackles tight end
scored.
Luke Schoonmaker
18 seconds
as
into this
Mullings
ball game.
threw
The
an
Buckeyes are in
awkward-looking
front.
pass, but a
Sloppy
successful one
play
to
by
give
Luke
Michigan the
Hughes,
first
and
down.
Ohio
Yeah, I'm
State
sure Ohio State
capitalizes
didn't have that
and
play in
stuns
their
Yost
playbook or
already.
something to practice on.
Yeah,
They never
I
thought
mean,
they
we
would
were
see
talking
the
about it in
backup
the pregame.
linebacker playing
Wanted to
tailback
get off
and
to a
throwing the
fast
football,
start.
but he
That was
did and picked
two
up the first
sloppy
down.
plays.
Michigan with it at the
First playing it up the
23 of
boards
Ohio State as we
directly
near the 2-minute
to
mark
Ohio
of the third
State's
quarter.
forecheck, and then in his
Wolverines are
own
guarding
zone,
a
playing a
24-20
sloppy,
lead.
had a lazy pass. They got
Three
picked
tight
off,
ends will
and then
line up on the
Portillo
left
kinda
side of the
caught off
line.
guard by
Andrew
that backhand
Anthony will
shot
go wide
busting
right
off.
for quarterback
And
J.J.
so it's
McCarthy.
1-0 Ohio State.
Got Edwards in the backfield
20
with it.
seconds in.
First down,
and
Michigan to
Stevie
the
said
Ohio
it
State
at the
23.
pregame.
Hand off
Michigan
Edwards, swings it
needed
around the
a
right
fast
side
start.
to the 20,
This
and he's
is
going to be dropped
not
around the Ohio
what
State
Brandon Dorado
17
and company were
by
looking
safety
for.
Ronnie Hickman.
Sprayed
I tell you,
back behind
Michigan's
the
done a
Ohio
better
State net.
job
Michigan looks
sustaining their
to
blocks
get its
here in the
feet
second half. In the
underneath
first
it.
half,
And
Ohio
this
State
one,
did a great
Brindley
job
chases it down
against the
in
run.
the Michigan
In
end.
the
That's
shotgun,
sprayed
Edwards in the
front.
backfield with it.
As Edwards
Third and
is to
3.
it first.
Michigan
He'll
to the
settle
Ohio State
back
16.
behind his
Hand
own
off
net.
Edwards moving straight ahead. He'll get the
Edwards
first down
skating
before
up.
Ronnie Hickman
Pass
wrestles
through the
him down
neutral
around
zone.
the
It's
Ohio
played
State
by
13. He
McGrady.
should have the
to
first
circle.
down, but
pass to the near side for
we'll wait
Brindley.
for him to
Rips
spot
it.
it
It's
officially.
saved by Dobesh.
Yeah, I thought
Gave
they
up a
had it,
juicy
but we'll
rebound
see.
there,
It
but
still
McGrady
looks short
unable
on
to pounce on it.
it does look short now,
They're going
doesn't
for
it?
it.
Line
Yeah, they are on
changes for
4th and
both
short.
sides here as the
Ball
Buckeyes
put down
gather it
at
deep in their own end.
around the 13 of Ohio
Sent
State.
across the ice. Holiday has it on the near side. Skates by Pearson.
Scoreboard
They
is
got
still
a
showing
stick on
third
it. Now
down.
Holiday out in front, and
That's
it's
first
whipped.
down, Paul.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Singleton
So they
had a
moved the
chance.
chains and they had to wait to
Back
get the
in
chains
front
moved.
again,
First down,
and stop
Michigan
it
in the
clears.
backfield for
Draper
quarterback
whips.
J.J.
Now loose
McCarthy.
in the neutral zone.
Third and 10 Michigan into the Ohio State 13. Wolverines up 4. Snap McCarthy back to throw. Pressure coming. McCarthy being chased. Throws that one deep down the left side into the end zone. Incomplete. And a flag comes as Ronnie Hickman ran into Ronnie Bell in the left corner of the end zone for a ball that Ronnie Bell probably wasn't going to catch.
No, I think it was uncatchable. Maybe the refs will talk. You see the referee kind of coming down there.
And I mean, it was
A little contact there in the end zone. Defensive pass interference will make it first and goal.
Marcus Stapa kind of trying to clear the lines.
Pass interference. Defense number 14. The foul occurred in the end zone. The ball will be placed at the 2-yard line. Automatic first down.
Penalties continue to harm Ohio State.
And all the way back down into Michigan's end.
Yes, they do. Big one there. He had some pressure applied. He just threw it up, hoping to get a defensive pass interference. And Ronnie Hickman
behind the boards again.
was there.
And not sure that he ever really turned around and looked for the ball.
No.
So to be first and goal, Michigan at the Ohio State 2 with the Wolverines leading by 4. 24-20 and 14:03 to play fourth quarter. It's Johnson wide right, Ronnie Bell, Roman Wilson wide left.
It's loud.
J.J. McCarthy in a shotgun. Donovan Edwards to his left on 3rd and goal from the Ohio State 3. Snap McCarthy running left side. McCarthy is going to get into the end zone for a Michigan touchdown. It looks like, touchdown signal. As McCarthy ran to the left, got behind blockers, and scores on a 3-yard touchdown run.
Shot goes wide.
J.J. McCarthy's thrown for 3 touchdowns and has run for 1, and Michigan now leads at 30-20.
Well, I tell you, they took it right down the field, 80-yard drive.
Duke is in here,
Ways
one-on-one,
to get first
all
downs,
alone.
and then that big penalty there. Defensive pass interference in the end zone gives them 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
That was a great opportunity.
Buckeyes did a great job on their first 2 downs. With 3rd down, they let the quarterback run slip and into the end zone.
31-20 here in the 4th quarter. Center Luke Wickler over the ball. 2 wide to the left for C.J. Stroud, who's in the shotgun. Gets the snap. Stroud back to pass. Sets it as 15. Stroud looking, still looking. Sails it up the left side. Mayan Williams blown up at the 25 after making the catch. And Michigan's Michael Barrett, linebacker, right on Mayan Williams as he collected that pass.
He's been a leading tackler in this ball game. I thought C.J. waited a while.
So far just been way too sloppy for our liking. As we apologize for some technical difficulties that we were having. We may have inadvertently been playing some football highlights alongside the broadcast as a snapshot off the icing face-off from Wolverines gets frozen by Eric Portillo. And we see some jostling going on after the play as John Larkin and Nolan Moyle getting into it. So you see there's no love lost between these two teams. As we'll have another offensive zone draw.
All right, Stevie, thanks for filling in for me there as Brindley gets it at the face-off circle in his own end. Apologies for the technical difficulties. We hope that they have been resolved. Dobesh behind his own net. It's 1-0 Ohio State. Just over 3 minutes gone by here in this one. McGordy out in front. His shot is saved by Dobesh.
Yeah, a great opportunity there as the puck fell kindly for McGordy. Right out in front, but a nice glove save. There was just not enough venom, on that shot to really challenge Dobesh without a screen.
16:47 left in the first period. Face-off ensuing in the Ohio State, and Marcus Stappa ready to take it for the Wolverines. Stappa against Patrick Guzzo for the Buckeyes. Awaiting the puck drop here. And the face-off is won by the Wolverines. Kiernan at the point, quick shot is deflected wide. Now Ohio State has it back in its own end. Loose puck on the far side. Estapa sends it around the boards. And the Buckeyes get to it again. It's Tyler Duke skating up the near side. Sends it through the neutral zone. Estapa jostling with the Buckeye. He wins that fight. Jake Kiernan on the far side of the ice. Breezing his way through the neutral zone. Kiernan around the boards. Tyler Duke first there for the Buckeyes. He's knocked to the ice. Estapa fighting in there. And Ohio State gets it back again. Guzzo across the ice. Looking for Cassidy. It goes around behind the net and is gathered by Portillo instead. Truscott sends it to the near side for Ciccolini. Did not play last night. A healthy scratch. Buckeyes have it at the face-off circle. Estapa applying good pressure. Wraps around the net. A Buckeye has it. There's a stick loose. Michigan player does not have his stick. The shot knocked away. Ciccolini there. Jackson Hallam now has it at the circle. Sends it up along the boards. And it ricochets down through the neutral zone. Ohio State now has it. It's Laurie in his own end. Both teams with a line change.
Yeah, that's not something you see every day where Jacob Truscott's stick broke. Not at the bottom, but at the top, at the handle.
Fantilli takes a spill. It's a play on. Luke Hughes at the circle. Takes it away from his teammate, Seamus Casey. Sends it back toward the neutral zone for Fantilli. Couldn't field it cleanly. Fantilli jostled by Singleton. Edwards through the middle, looking for Sam Muskevich. It wraps all the way around the boards into the back. And it'll be an icing.
Yeah, and we've seen here early on a few of these icings from the Wolverines on just simple passes that you're looking to get deflections on and break the zone, but they've just been missing those deflections and resulted in Ohio State getting a lot of offensive zone time.
Face-off is won by Wise for Ohio State. Casey jostling for the puck, and it's sprayed up into the stands. Watch out. And it's gathered by an event team staffer. 15:05 left in the first period. Ohio State scored 18 seconds into this ball game, and they have the 1-0 lead. Yost is eerily silent, which is all too familiar for Michigan compared to yesterday's game, a 7-2 bludgeoning that the Buckeyes gave the Wolverines. Face-off deep in Michigan's end. It's won by Edwards. Brindley battling for the puck with Gilden. Casey there as well. Casey and Brindley fighting for it. Sprayed up along the boards. Wise is there for the Buckeyes in the circle. Casey there. Puck still loose, and it's wrapped around behind the net. Back up to the point. Sent out in front, knocked away by TJ Hughes. Buckeyes get it back. It's Wise navigating his way to the left face-off circle. Wise flips it around along the boards. Duke now on the far side, and he loses possession. Casey at the face-off circle, and he's jammed. Wise comes in for the puck, quickly out in front, and that's sprayed away. Nice job by Portillo standing strong. Michigan just trying to get out of its own end as Portillo gloves the flick inside by Duke. 14:23 left in period number 1. Michigan still not much doing, down 1-0.
Yeah, as Cam Thiesing had a really good chance out in front, but a nice pad stop by Portillo to deny him and make sure that the Wolverines don't go down 2-0 in this game. So far, if you're the Wolverines, you got to be disappointed with the way you started. I mean, they've been having a lot of trouble getting the puck out of their own end. It seems like the battles, they've just been losing consistently.
And it's a carryover from last night as Nolan Moyle and Singleton wrestling in the neutral zone up along the boards on the near side. Granowitz comes over to pry it away. Kiernan switching sides for LaPointe, takes a big hit. Dobish gathers behind the net, flicks it up around the boards. Pearson fighting for it with Holiday for the Buckeyes. Granowitz in there as well. Someone trying to dig it out. It's sprayed towards the circle, and Ohio State comes away with it. Here comes Holiday lurking behind the defense. Holiday sends it across. He's got a man. The shot is high. Another good opportunity by Ohio State. But it's still 1-0. Here comes Granowitz through the neutral zone. He falls down. It's a play on. Not much continuity on the ice right now for Michigan. Kiernan with Singleton at the faceoff circle in Michigan's end. And now it's sent back by an Ohio State player towards the Buckeyes' end as Laurie retreats to grab it. Settles behind the net. Line changes again. Dunlap fighting in the neutral zone. Estapa has it, skating through with momentum. Sends the shot, it's high. And it'll be a whistle here with 13:10 left in the first period. Buckeyes up 1-0.
Yeah, nice deflection there. Putting the Ohio State, putting their body on the line, deflecting that puck up into the netting. We'll give the Wolverines an opportunity to get that top line out there and maybe look to get a scoring chance going as Fantilli takes this face-off.
Face-off to the right of Dobesh in Ohio State's end. Fantilli with Guzzo for Ohio State, who scored last night. Fantilli wins the face-off, but Ohio State quickly gets it back. It's Laurie skating through the neutral zone, right down the middle. Drops it off on the left side for Cassidy. Back to Laurie at the circle. Went for the shot, didn't get a good handle on it. Duke now fighting, now it's sent in front. Quick shot by Cassidy is saved by Portillo. Holiday sends it right back in front, but Luke Hughes is there. Hughes looking for a man. It goes right back to Ohio State, who fires it right back towards Portillo. And now Michigan can settle down a little bit.
Yeah, and yet again, Michigan just loses two men there. It was actually an Ohio State player who blocked that shot.
Samoskevich with momentum, shoots, he scores! Mackie Samoskevich breaks the ice for Michigan. It's just what the Wolverines needed to tie this game at 1.
Yeah, I mean, just a great play there from Samoskevich. I mean, that's just a deadly wrister. Beats him glove side, up high, posting in. Not much you can do about it if you're Jacob Dubois.
And it was an unsuspecting attack. Michigan was subbing players in and out, and Mackie Samoskevich just skating right through the neutral zone down the middle, let one fly right past the blue line. It found the back of the net, and now Yost beginning to come alive again. Michigan has tied this game off at 1. They're trying to shake the nightmare of last night's 7-2 loss. They were down 1-0, 18 seconds into this one, but that goal will do wonders for their confidence in this one.
Yeah.
Messina sprays it towards Portillo. He pounces on it. With 12:29 left in the first period and some extracurriculars, Draper sends someone to the ice. behind Michigan's net as the crowd roars in approval.
Yeah, and this is something that you definitely like to see if you're the Wolverines, as it looked like who's down on the ice for the Buckeyes. It looks like it's Dalton Messina, but he came through right after Portillo had frozen the puck and knocked Portillo's stick out of his. It looks like he knocked his stick out of Portillo's hand, but it looks like Draper will get caught with a penalty for that.
And we saw last night extracurriculars got the best of Michigan. The Wolverines were a little undisciplined, and you expect tempers to flare in a rivalry game, but this is going to cost Michigan. Just worked hard to tie the game, and now Draper in the box for 2 minutes. And the Wolverines' penalty kill will be put to the test. Brindley wins the faceoff. It's corralled by Kiernan. Tries to get it down the ice. He can't. It's sent back behind the boards for the Buckeyes. Weiss at the circle. Now Laurie at the point, switching to the far side. It's Holiday. Holiday works his way towards the circle. Across for Weiss. It goes off the boards. Jackson Hallam chasing after it. Now sent around behind the net. Holiday at the circle, pressured by Brindley. Laurie gathers it at the blue line as he moves towards the middle. Pass along the left side for Weiss. Weiss at the circle. Shoots, knocked away by Portillo. Ohio State gets it back. Gilden. Now Hallam sends it to the far side. Holiday has it at the blue line, rather. Moves towards the circle, sends it in front. Back to Holiday. Holiday at the circle to Weiss at the left circle. Weiss scoots around a player to send in front. 2 Ohio State players there. Neither can grab it. Laurie at the blue line. 1:12 left on the penalty. Weiss back in front, and he missed an easy goal.
Yeah, Michael Gilden there on the doorstep at a tight angle, but he had a wide open net to shoot at.
Michigan will do a quick change here. Power play halfway through for Ohio State. Weiss at the circle. Sends back to Laurie at the blue line. Buckeyes were lethal on the power play last night and scored very quickly. Not the case so far tonight. Wise at the circle. Working with Nolan Moyle. Weaves his way inside. Wise back to Laurie at the point. 43 seconds left. That shot out in front saved. Portillo's out of his net, but it's knocked away by Luke Hughes, and he sends it all the way down the ice.
Yeah, another opportunity. Puck squirting out in front, and Michigan was able to get their sticks on that and clear it down the ice. Very big there for the Wolverines.
Skating quickly through the middle comes Ohio State. It's Dunlap. A scrum erupts, and now Michigan has it, and it's sent all the way down the ice again by Truscott. 15 seconds left on the penalty. Michigan can smell the kill.
Yeah, good physical play there by Truscott, not allowing that zone entry to be clean, and it led to a turnover, and the Wolverines able to finally kill this penalty off.
And that they do, and that's a marked difference from last night. Here comes Ohio State down the other end. It's McWard. Sent out in front looking for Singleton. It's too hot to handle. Ohio State gets it back. Larkin in the neutral zone. Larkin right at the red line, leaves it for Singleton. Works back toward Ohio State's end, and the Buckeyes will settle things down. They'll control behind their net. Given the near side for Larkin. Larkin flicks it down the ice. It's deflected, and Brindley has it. Across the ice, he goes to McGroarty. Out in front, and it squirms wide of the net.
And it looks like we will have a penalty upcoming to the Ohio State Buckeyes, as TJ Hughes was looking to get it on the end of that pass, but he was definitely interfered with, unable to make a play on it, and looks like John Larkin will go to the box.
And so another chance for Michigan to show that things are different from last night, as it's 2 minutes for interference. Michigan really struggled on the power play last night. They even allowed a shorthanded goal just 10 seconds into what was a 5-minute major, and that ultimately proved to be the Wolverines' death knell. Can things be different tonight? Michigan will have its first chance on the power play upcoming here after this quick timeout to clean the ice.
Yeah, and to your point, Jared, they were 1 for 5 on the power play, and if you factor in that shorthanded goal, you could basically count it as being 0 for 5. And, I mean, the Wolverines, we know the offensive talent on this team. We know about Luke Hughes. We know about Adam Fantilli producing, and Mackie Samoskevich with the goal today. They are able to produce points, but they have to in these big games, in these key moments, as the Wolverines have battled back after a very rough start in the first 20 seconds or so to tie this game, and they just got to continue to chip away. While Ohio State has still had good chances, Michigan's been getting more into this game, getting more into the physical side, and they just need a goal here would just be huge for the Wolverines.
This is a prime opportunity for the Wolverines, and they can sense it. The top line is out there. It's TJ Hughes, Luke Hughes, Dylan Duke, Adam Fantilli, And the goal scorer of tonight's game, Mackie Samoskevich, will start things off with a face-off deep in Ohio State's end to Dobish's right. Fantilli, per usual, will take it. And he'll do it against the Ohio State captain, Jake Weiss. Face-off is won by Fantilli. Samoskevich plays it along the boards for Hughes, and it's flipped up into the Ohio State bench. 5 seconds into the penalty, we'll have another face-off.
Yeah, and this has been a very stop-and-start game so far. A lot of face-offs, many icings. You got to think that favors Ohio State, as they like to play Michigan, as we know, likes to play a more free-flowing style of hockey.
Duke able to get it back in Michigan's end early, so the Wolverines forced to come all the way up the ice. It's Luke Hughes doing the stick handling right down the middle. Hughes veers left, now wraps it around the net, finds TJ Hughes at the circle. Hughes, a little give and go, works his way behind the net, finds Samoskevich on the left side, give to the point for Luke Hughes. On the right side, it's Adam Fantilli. Back to Luke Hughes at the point, sends it out in front, knocked away by Dobesh. Rebounds to Fantilli. His pass across the ice is deflected. Samoskevich gets to it first. Spins around to the backhand, jostling with Weiss for Ohio State, and the Buckeyes send it all the way down the ice via Cam Theising.
Yeah, and a nice deflected shot there, but Dobesh able to stand tall and deflect that, save that one with his pad.
Power play halfway through. No real opportunity yet for Michigan as Seamus Casey works down the middle. Casey through the neutral zone at the blue line. Casey given the left side for Truscott. And Truscott with a weak pass, and it's sent down the ice again effortlessly by Ohio State.
Yeah, and we've seen a lot of that here in the early going. Just passes that have no real intent to them, as that one just kind of floated out there. It was really easy for Ohio State to clear.
30 seconds in the power play as it's sent around to the near side. Casey has it at the blue line. Now the far side, Truscott moves towards the circle. Truscott out in front. No one home. Casey back at the blue line with 20 seconds left on the power play to the far side for Truscott. Truscott towards the circle, out in front for Brindley. Knocked away. Brindley fighting for it, and Ohio State sends it back. Casey gloves it at the blue line. Casey out in front for Brindley, knocked away by Dobesh. 8 seconds on the power play. The Buckeyes clear all the way down the ice. And a fruitless power play for the Wolverines.
You see Portillo able to send that puck up to LaPointe.
LaPointe with a lot of speed through the middle. Drops it off on the right side. Moyle chasing after it. Ohio State gets to it first. Now it's loose behind the Buckeye net. Sloppy pass. Granowitz intercepts. Quick shot by LaPointe, saved by Dobesh. Out in front again. It comes to Pearson at the circle. Pearson sprays it in front. It goes wide to the left. Granowitz at the circle. Granowitz wraps around behind the net. Still with it. Given the blue line, Pearson. Pearson's shot knocked away. It's loose in front. A few players fighting for it, and it's the Buckeyes who come away with it. Flipping it down the ice. Holiday chasing after it. Give out in front. And Dunlap whips and then takes a big hit by Edwards. His helmet comes flying off.
Yeah, that was a massive hit. As Dunlap is shaken up after that one. He whiffed on the shot and then got absolutely destroyed by Ethan Edwards.
And we'll see if a penalty is coming up here. Certainly looks like it, as Edwards is already heading towards the box.
Yeah, and it looks like the referees are kind of discussing amongst themselves. And it looks like Edwards is going to get ejected for that one. You hate to see it.
And again, a 5-minute major. And Michigan back on its heels. Just a vicious hit by Edwards. And really, there's never a need for that, but there was really no need because he had whiffed on the shot attempt.
Yeah, as you can see, as he's going by, he just kind of sticks that elbow out, catches Dunlap right in that head to neck area. And that's something that, I mean, as you said, Jared, the puck's gone. I mean, he had a chance that he missed, and then he gets his clock clean.
So Ciccolini sits in the box. It's Estapa, Moyle, Truscott, and Luke Hughes out on the penalty kill as we begin the 5-minute major with Lurie at the point, given the left side for Weiss. Ohio State 0 for 1 today on the power play, but they were lethal with 3 power play goals yesterday. Holiday looking at the circle, back to the point. Holiday A little give and go. Lowry at the blue line. Giving the left side for Weiss at the circle. Back to Lowry. Giving the right side Holiday. Holiday out in front. It's whiffed by a Buckeye. Winds its way to Weiss. Sends back to Lowry at the blue line. Pressured by Moyle. And Moyle comes away with it. Moyle's in the clear. Holiday cutting over. Moyle's shot saved by Dobesh. An Ohio State player sprang into the boards.
And it looks like
this might be a penalty.
Yeah. As Moyle got that shot off, he got taken out. His legs got taken out by a diving Buckeye.
And it's 2 minutes for tripping on Stephen Holiday, and so that looms large. Now we'll play a little even strength 4-on-4 for 2 minutes, which certainly makes things easier on the 5-minute major penalty kill for the Wolverines.
Yeah, I mean, that's big for the Wolverines. I mean, getting two of those 5 minutes basically taken off of the penalty with that is definitely something that the Wolverines will love to see.
Guzzo wins the face-off for Ohio State. It trickles all the way back in Michigan's end on the far side and is chased down by Luke Hughes. Hughes circles back, now gives way for Casey. The trailer comes forward down the middle, veering right. Casey on the angle, works his way to the circle. Casey skids on the brakes, now goes to the backhand at the circle. Finds a player, Grenowitz shot, saved by Dobesh. Or that was Samoskevich rather, and it's Samoskevich now who controls in Michigan's end. A lot of room on the ice. Samoskevich down the middle, knocked away by Ohio State. On the left side, Fantilli corrals at the circle. Out in front, quick shot by Casey, knocked away.
Yeah, I think that one might have hit the post even.
Truscott out in front. Brickley fighting with Fantilli, and he's hit hard up along the boards. It's a play on. Samoskevich in there. Here comes Truscott. Truscott for Samoskevich. Out in front for Truscott. And he just missed it, and he scored on the third rebound. Jacob Truscott gives Michigan the lead. 2-1 Wolverines.
And great interplay there from Samoskevich and Truscott as a little give and go, pass across the crease. And then Truscott tried it the first time, and then on the second attempt, a great save there by Dobesh on the first try, but then unable to save the second one as the Wolverines take a 2-1 advantage.
Right along the near post, Truscott able to sneak it in, and Michigan has totally flipped the tenor of this game. 2 unanswered goals after the Buckeyes scored 18 seconds in.
Yeah, and a big thing, too, is since this is a 4-on-4, that penalty remains, so it'll stay 4-on-4 for the last minute of
Brindley
the
down the middle with room. Here comes Duke at the circle. Duke out in front, loose puck. Brindley, the backhand, just goes wide. Duke gets it back. Duke at the point. Duke veers in. Duke shoots, and it's saved. Here comes Ohio State the other way. Luke Hughes, the man back for the Wolverines. That quick shot deflected off the pads by Portillo. McWard gets it back. He eludes Brindley, gets to the circle. Here comes Duke. He hounds him. McWard drops it off for a teammate. Singleton veering across the ice to the circle. Out in front. No one's home. Ricochets off the boards, and Brindley's to it first. Sends it across the ice. It's deflected as Michigan does a line change. 8 seconds left in Michigan's, in the 4-on-4 rather, as Ohio State's penalty is about to expire. Still 2:25 remaining though on the 5-minute major. Duke at the blue line, sends it across to the right side. Back to Tyler Duke. Holiday has it at the right circle. Truscott, Estapa, Moyle, Pearson, the 4 now on the penalty kill for the Wolverines.
Yeah, and now just 2 minutes left in the penalty for the Wolverines, so got to be happy with the way it's gone so far.
Lowry at the point, sends it inside, gloved by Portillo. And then 2 Buckeyes hit the ice at once, hit by Wolverines. Might have been a little bit of an embellishment there on each of their part after the glove save by Portillo.
Yeah, and again, just a nice physical play after the whistle. Just don't want to take it too far, as we saw with the Keenan Draper penalty earlier. Just don't want to give the Buckeyes a chance, as they're already on the power play with 2 minutes left.
So 3 minutes have gone by in the major. Michigan's only spent a small portion of that on defense because of the Ohio State penalty that permitted a 4-on-4 and ultimately paved the way for the Michigan goal. It'll be Samoskevich and Wise, the captain for Ohio State, taking the face-off deep in Michigan's end to Portillo's right.
And it looks like Fantilli's stick broke as he was. That's not something you see every day on a face-off. The guy not even in the circle.
Getting the full experience here inside Yost. 4:12 left in the first period. Michigan up 2-1. Samoskevich and Weiss now ready to do action, and Michigan wins it. It's played all the way around the boards, and then Holiday can't keep it in front of him, goes all the way back. Dobesh way out of his net to get it. He's pressured by Fantilli and does well to find a teammate quickly. It's Holiday now behind the net. Fantilli causing all sorts of havoc. Here comes Ohio State. The pass finds Weiss up the near side through the neutral zone. Theismann chasing after it. He's hit hard. Another hit laid down low. And a whistle here.
And it looks like the puck went up into the netting, so we'll have an offense or defensive zone draw for the Wolverines.
And even this power play has really had the feel of what you described earlier as just stop and start, which I think when you're Michigan trying to kill it, works in Michigan's favor.
Yes, exactly. As this one will come out to center ice, actually.
Also works in Michigan's favor. Stoppa will take it for the Wolverines out at center ice. And I'm not sure who won it. There's a scrum. Stoppa's down. Now the puck squirms free to Weiss at the logo. Sends it back towards Portillo. Pounces out of his net to grab it. And he's able to flick it all the way down the ice. Uses the boards well. Right to his counterpart for Ohio State. It's Dobesh who leaves it for Laurie.
Yeah, and that's the advantage of having a good puck-playing goalie is he's able to waste some seconds on the power play right there.
Gilden for Holiday at the circle. 1:07 left on the power play for the Buckeyes. Laurie at the blue line. Moving towards the point, given the left side for Weiss in the circle. Weiss eludes Moyle, wraps around behind the net, and it hits the linesman. He's able to get it back on the fortuitous bounce. It is hit by Moyle, finds Laurie, sends it out in front, knocked away by Truscott. The puck squirms loose again. Ohio State gets it. Now it's in front, and Truscott emphatically sends it back down the ice, affording Michigan time for a line change.
Yeah, and so far on this re-entered power play for Ohio State, they haven't had the same rhythm, and that's down to Michigan's penalty kill so far. Been able to get in passing lanes and really not let the Ohio State Buckeyes do what they want to do.
Laurie at the blue line with McWard, now sent to the far side, out in front. It's loose. Portillo's able to pounce on it. Nicely done by Eric Portillo. Only 19 seconds remaining in the power play. Michigan doing a nice job holding serve.
Yeah. And as we see, another whistle, another stoppage, and the refs furiously trying to get in between the players after every whistle.
Things got a little chippy towards the end last night. At one point, there were 3 separate fights going on in front of the Michigan bench, and of course fighting par for the course in hockey, but you have to have the feeling that the refs thought that was a little too much with the way they're policing things tonight.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Face off again. Fantilli loses this one. And a whistle here.
Yeah,
and we're going to have another face off at center ice.
Yeah, Berkeley, that puck just hopped over his stick and got out of the offensive zone for the Buckeyes. So 15 seconds left. You got to be happy with the Wolverines killing off this major penalty.
Fantilli wins this one. The puck comes all the way back behind the net. Luke Hughes skids to a stop and is able to send it down the ice. Fantilli's there from Michigan. One player back for Ohio State, and Fantilli has it knocked away by McWard. Now Ohio State controls, and the 5-minute major has expired. Michigan did a tremendous job to kill off that one. Luke Hughes to Truscott, finds Fantilli in the middle of the neutral zone. Now back in his own end, skates through. Fantilli at the blue line as he weaves past defenders. Given the right side for Duke, drops it off for Samoskevich. Works his way towards the circle. Samoskevich wraps around behind the net to the far side now. Finds Kiernan. Kiernan sends it out in front, and it goes wide. Ricochets to Casey. Casey back behind the net for a teammate. Duke fighting for it. Falls down, gets it away to Casey at the blue line. Casey goes to the backhand, drops it out for Granowitz. Now it's Kiernan. Kiernan out in front. Duke fighting for it in the far side corner. That's TJ Hughes now plays it up along the boards. Samoskevich gets to it at the circle. Sends it across. It winds its way to Kiernan. Kiernan sends it in front, and it's knocked away by an Ohio State player and sent down the ice.
And we'll see if, yeah, that will be icing, as that puck just barely got far enough. And, man, you got to be happy if you're the Wolverines. This response has been great after what could have been just more of a disaster.
It looked like this game was going to follow the same script when Ohio State struck 18 seconds in, but credit the Wolverines and their mental fortitude for rebounding. A minute 16 left in the first period. TJ Hughes wins the faceoff. It's sent to Luke Hughes, who's hit hard. It's a play on as TJ Hughes fights for it in the far side faceoff circle. Now works his way behind the net. Hughes out in front. That shot saved by Dobesh. And then it's whiffed by a Michigan player. And Ohio State has it skating through the neutral zone. And it's sent all the way down the ice by Dunlap. Portillo has it under a minute to play. Hughes skating through, and that's stolen by an Ohio State player. Sent across the ice for Cassidy. Out in front. Gilden's shot is saved by Portillo.
Yeah, and we see Luke Hughes being a little sloppy with the puck yet again as he played a pass that got picked off and then lost an edge afterwards. And it led to an odd man rush for the Buckeyes. Not something you want to see out of what many consider to be the Wolverines' best player. But unable to do anything with it, the Buckeyes will have an offensive zone draw.
41.9 seconds left to play in the first period. Michigan up 2-1 on Ohio State. Estapa wins the faceoff. Casey Corrals with a head of steam the other way, skating through the neutral zone down the far side. Flicks it to the near side. It's chasing after it is Moyle. He can't get to it. And Ohio State has it. And now Casey fighting for it. He has it along the boards, sent out in front briefly. Ohio State gets to it with Estapa. Cassidy fighting for it. And now it's Gizzo coming through the middle. Finds Cassidy, and he goes to the ice. Truscott was there, a delayed whistle, and I think that's going to be tripping on Jacob Truscott.
Yeah, and just another sloppy play there, getting your stick caught in the wrong place. And it's one of those penalties that you hate to take because, I mean, Ohio State was just breaking through the offensive zone. There's no real need for it. But, I mean, the Wolverines have definitely been sloppy in this first period, but still find themselves up 2-1, which is going to be very encouraging for the rest of this game.
13 seconds left in the first period. Michigan back on the penalty kill. Weiss will take it, along with, who will it be for Michigan? It's going to be Brindley. To the Portillo's right. Won by Ohio State. Laurie gets to it. Hallam lost the stick, goes sliding after it. Now the puck is lodged at his skate. 4 seconds to play, sent across for Halliday. 2 seconds, Halliday's gonna have to let it rip, sends it across for Weiss. He didn't get a shot off in time. And that brings an end to the first period. A solid one for the Wolverines, who after allowing a goal 18 seconds into the game, rebound with 2 unanswered. They also killed off a 5-minute major, and Michigan finds itself in front 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, if you're the Wolverines, given how that period started and given the amount of time that you guys spent on the penalty kill, got to be happy with that result. I mean, spending 5 minutes in 5-on-4 is not something you want to do, but only allowing 1 goal and being able to kind of stop the momentum that Ohio State had, especially early in this game. Ohio State, while not scoring, was still generating high-quality opportunities. And as the period went on, the Wolverines were able to control more of the puck and get into the offensive zone and kind of just calm the game down for them. And that really helped. And that was really helped by Mackie Samoskiewicz's goal, which I think was probably the key play of the first period. It really got the children of Yost, the Chrome crowd, back into it after seeing the boys go down after 20 seconds. You definitely heard it. There was nobody making any noise, but that Samoskiewicz goal definitely reignited the crowd, which I think really bounced off the players and led to that second goal.
So Michigan's up 2-1 over Ohio State, trying to rebound from yesterday's 7-2 loss. So far, so good after one period for the Wolverines. We're going to take a quick break here for intermission. We'll be back in about 10 minutes or so. Stevie and Neal Sinha will have the call for period number 2, Michigan, Ohio State. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
Hello and welcome back to Yost Arena as we bring you coverage of the second period between your Michigan Wolverines and the Ohio State Buckeyes. I'm Stevie Macgregor, joined by Neal Sinha for the second period. And Neal, what are we thinking after that first period?
A crazy first period. I mean, just a wild start to this game. Ohio State scored within 20 seconds of the start of the game. And, it seemed like last night was repeating itself to a certain extent, of course. Michigan coming off a 7-2 blowout loss at home to these same Buckeyes. It was Michigan's worst loss since 1999 at home. How about that for a stat? But Michigan recovered very well. Got 2 goals. They have the lead heading into the second period now. But they've had a lot of penalties so far this game. It's been a little sloppy.
Yeah. And speaking of penalties, they will start off on the penalty kill as Jacob Truscott will serve out the last minute 47 of his tripping penalty, as the face-off will be between Captain Jake Weiss and Marcus Stappa for the Wolverines. As Stappa wins that, and plays it to Luke Hughes. He sends one in on net from about center ice. And now the Buckeyes will group behind their net as Laurie plays it to Holiday, as he makes a nice move, but that play is broken up as they try to break into the offensive zone and sent down the ice, and the Wolverines will get an early change. Now Laurie carrying it from behind his own net to Holiday. He wraps it around the boards as Weiss battles for it with Estapa. It comes out to the point with Laurie. He plays it across to Holiday as Holiday skates with it, looking for an option, plays it down low, gets it back. As Laurie has it up at the point, Wise at the circle, plays it back to Holiday as Jackson Hallam making a nice play, nice stick lift there, harassing Holiday as he's able to get that out to center ice, but Wise breaking back in now, harassed by Seamus Casey and Marcus Stappa as, nice deflection, but Holiday with a shot, great block there by Jake Harrinan as he bladed his body out and blocked a decently good opportunity as Wise has it out in front, passes it to Holiday, back to Laurie at the point. Nice block there, and Marcus Stappa clears it down the ice. Some nice work here early on the power play for the Wolverines, or the penalty kill, excuse me.
Yeah, nothing really doing there for Ohio State. A lot of kind of meaningless passing, not too much purpose to it. We'll see if that changes for the last 10 seconds of the power play.
Yeah, so we see Ohio State bring it down low in the zone as they play it back around to the point, out to Bricky. As the power play has expired, as Truscott's back out on the ice, as that one is deflected from Duke up and out of play. And we will get a face-off in the defensive zone for the Wolverines. But a nice job of killing that power play to start off.
A very disappointing power play for the Buckeyes. One of the best offenses on the power play in the country. And really couldn't get anything going. I mean, coaches often talk about in power plays of passing with purpose, not just passing to pass it. You got to pass with purpose and set up shots, and they did not do that. Great defense for the Wolverines.
As we see TJ Hughes bringing the puck, passes it to Rucker McGordy. He sends one out to Gavin Brindley, unable to connect, as that's chopped away, and now breaking away is Matt Cassidy as he sends one in on Portillo. Quite easy for him there from that tight angle. And now TJ Hughes out with the puck. He sends a long pass to Gavin Brindley, coming at with some speed, and Rucker McGordy wraps it around. Nice pass there to TJ Hughes, but a nice play by Duke on the defensive end for the Buckeyes is now a nice play as it looks like, great play by Jake Harrinan as he came up along Cassidy. He might have had a one-on-one there with Portillo, but he's able to break up that play as Rucker McGordy sends it down deep, and now TJ Hughes will battle for it alongside McWard, and McWard will come away with that and now pass it off to Berkshire, and that's played around, and now Tyler Duke plays the puck up the boards, and now nice play there by Luke Hughes to lift the stick at center ice and get that puck back for the Wolverines as a pass is sent off a skate, and that will be sent down into the Wolverine zone. Portillo comes to play it, plays it along the boards to Luke Hughes, and now kind of sloppy there in the offensive zone for the defensive zone for the Wolverines as a chance broke there, but unable to capitalize as Samoskevich comes out across center ice as he looks for an option. tries to play it to Fantilli. Fantilli plays it around the boards to Dylan Duke. He's unable to control it. And now, a little indecisiveness there from Brisky. And now the Buckeyes carry it across center ice as Holiday looks for an option as he skates around the net. As it's battled for Seamus Casey, Karanen, and Holiday. And that puck squirts out, and Jackson Hallam is able to get it, but he miscontrols it a little bit, and he's unable to do anything with it. As one right out in front there, as it's right out on the doorstep, and great play by Portillo.
What a play by Eric Portillo, spreading his legs out fully across the net, able to block that grounder by the Buckeyes. My goodness.
And we got a stoppage. I'm not exactly sure what they're calling. And it looks like we will get an official word from the referees here soon. And Michigan gets a too many players on the ice penalty. As just something you really can't have in a big game like this.
There's been a lot of those today, Stevie. I mean, just a lot of penalties thus far for this Michigan team. Of course, they had that 5-minute major earlier in this game with Ethan Edwards being kicked out of the game with game misconduct. And again, the sloppiness continues. That's a penalty that, as a coaching staff, you got to know better. You got to always keep check who's coming in and who's going out.
Yeah, and this little sloppiness puts the dangerous Buckeyes power play back, and who pass out in front from Holiday, intercepted by Jackson Hallam as he's able to send that one down the ice. Was looking for a man on the doorstep, but Hallam read it well and sent it down the ice. As we see, nice play there by Jacob Truscott and Nolan Moyle to break up that zone entry.
Buckeyes need some purpose here. They can't just continue to pass it around the point. They actually got to penetrate Michigan's defense a little.
Couldn't agree more, Neal. As Holiday with the puck down low, as another nice play there by Nolan Moyle. Is right now the Wolverines are doing a great job on this penalty kill, just not even letting the Buckeyes establish the offensive zone. As we see Wise, the captain, carrying it along. As we see Gavin Brindley, he'll wrap that puck around, and that one will get out. And Hallam is chasing Laurie, and Laurie will slow it down and pass it off to McWard as he carries the puck up across center ice as he tries to break into the offensive zone. As that's played around the boards, as we see a bouncing puck there as Jackson Hallam playing the body well on McWard as Hallam unable to control that puck, but did a nice job in the defensive zone to break that offensive zone pressure. As Dunlap carries it down, he passes it around the boards. Now it's battled for down low. And Adam Fantilli able to come out with that puck as he looks to skate across as he sends a shot in that gets deflected wide. And now Samoskevich as Dunlap plays the puck. And now Michigan able to kill off that penalty without any shots there from the Buckeyes, which is very impressive. And now Karanen plays the puck. Singleton intercepts it. Now Bricky will send it down deep. So now Seamus Casey plays a long stretch pass to Dylan Duke. So he looks to find an option. Now Duke plays it off to Seamus Casey. He looks to break it into the zone. He sends that around the boards to Dylan Duke. TJ Hughes with it as he's taken off the puck there by Leslie. Now wrapped around the board, Seamus Casey looking to get it on the forecheck, and that one is sent down. Now Truscott with it. He sends a puck that's deflected, but still finds Keenan Draper as he looks to play a nice move, but unable to get by. But that puck is held in at the point by Pearson as he wraps around the net, plays it out to the point for Truscott. He fans on that one, and that'll give a nice opportunity for the Buckeyes to break as it's Burnside plays it around the boards, but unable to find anybody. Now Burnside has it again in a good opportunity out in front for Cassidy, but a nice blocker save by Portillo.
Well, first of all, great job by the Wolverines again, killing another power play. They're holding on to this 2-1 lead here. But offensively there, they, had a little bit, maybe a minute or two of action at full strength again. Unable to really get their rhythm going. We'll see if they get back to what they were doing at the end of that first period. A lot of great connecting passes and then some penetration deep in the offensive zone.
Yeah. So you see, comes out to the point with Duke and a nice wrister, but Portillo right there to snatch that one up with the glove, as we will have yet another face-off. And more of this choppiness in the game is kind of coming into it. A lot of stoppages, and I think that's really kind of hurt Michigan when it comes to establishing that rhythm you're talking about.
I would definitely agree, and it's kind of funny because I think a lot of the sequences have been lengthened a lot. There hasn't been too much stoppages of play, just as you said, until now. But this is a Michigan team that likes to go out on the break. They love to go in transition and use their speed on the wings. And we'll see if they can get back to that.
Yeah, it's right out in front there. Wise with a good chance, but a nice save there. Portillo standing tall. As we see LaPointe play it off to Granowitz. Granowitz sends it down deep. That's played behind the net by Dobesh. And is played up along the boards out to center ice. Luke Hughes able to control. He plays it off to Jacob Truscott. As Hughes, using those long arms and legs as he establishes the zone, tries to play a pass to Moyle, unable to connect as Moyle, who tried to control the puck, but that pass found Jake Wise of the Buckeyes as he flips it in. And now Jacob Truscott plays it as both teams get a change. Now Estapa wraps it around the boards for the Wolverines as Laurie plays it for the Buckeyes. Is kind of lost in the skates there. As Laurie will able to control it though. As he sends one down deep, and that one will not be icing because the Buckeyes had a man breaking free, but not able to get it. As Hallam, almost a nifty move there as he tried to break the zone, but a nice stick there breaks up that play. And now McWard will play it behind the Buckeyes cage as that's played up the boards, and Messina plays it down, taps it down low as Portillo came out to play it. He plays it to Estapa, and Estapa doing a nice job using the body, plays it off to Jacob Truscott. Dylan Duke with it. He sends one out in front.
Ooh, man.
Truscott unable to get a stick on it, but Dobesh still had to use the pad. Is now behind the net. It looks like Messina will play it up the boards, as now Samaskevich has it in the neutral zone. He brings it into the offensive zone. He sends that around the boards to Dylan Duke, and Dylan Duke with it. He's kind of wrapping around. Nice stick there to kind of disrupt Duke's rhythm. And now Luke Hughes plays the puck. He plays it off to Adam Fantilli. Samaskevich with it now, breaking the offensive zone as Seamus Casey right out in front. Oh, and a good opportunity on the redirect there, but for Adam Fantilli, just unable to find the cage. Now the Buckeyes will carry that down deep as Luke Hughes plays the puck to Jake Harrinan.
It's starting to click a little bit though, Stevie. The offense is starting to come together. They're connecting on these passes. We'll see if they can get a third goal before the end of this period.
Yeah, there's starting to be some more rhythm in this game, as hasn't been a stoppage in a little bit. As I say that,
there you go. Now we get one.
We get an offsides call as this will come out to center ice. And what have you seen so far in the second period, Neal?
Well, I mean, I thought the last minute or two was fantastic action by Michigan right there. Let me just say, by the way, Mackie Samaskevich, his puck handling and puck control is just unbelievable. I mean, in the short spaces, his ability to just cut around is fantastic. I picked up on kind of the last great chance Michigan had there. Samaskevich just weaving in and out between defenders. And then he set kind of a little bit, in basketball, we call it a little bit of a box out, where you hold your defender or hold a defender and kind of screen a guy so that the dribbler can get to the net. In this case, I believe it was number 25, Nolan Moyle from Michigan, unable to score the shot, obviously, but the action's there. It's a lot better movement offensively for the Wolverines. They're connecting on their passes better. Ohio State, frankly, this period hasn't really done much offensively. It's only really been when they've been in the power play, and even then, they really, really struggled to actually get good quality opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, and if you look at the game, I mean, the Buckeyes have been on the power play now 4 or 5 times, and they have had nothing to show for it. Yeah, they're 0 for 4 on the power play. You look at the discrepancy in penalty minutes. I mean, it's 21 penalty minutes for Michigan to 4 for the Buckeyes, and I mean, that's got to be disappointing for one of the like you said earlier, one of the top power play offenses in the country.
Yeah, and they have the shots a little bit. They have 21 shots up to this moment, but that's kind of been just because of the power plays. Honestly, in this period, they haven't had any legitimate opportunities, and so certainly look for the Buckeyes to kind of press it a little bit as we near the end of the second period.
As TJ Hughes tried to play a pass out in front there, but that was intercepted and sent out to center ice as Keaton Pearson with it harasses a giveaway right out in front. Ooh. And Singleton was unable to get it out of his skates, but kind of a sloppy pass there from Pearson as he tried to play that along to Karanen. And now Karanen with the puck as he sends that one up, as that one gets by Rucker McGorty. But that one is corralled by Singleton and sent around. Portillo playing the puck. Now TJ Hughes. It's a nice pass there from Portillo as he found TJ Hughes kind of just all alone in the center of the ice as the Wolverines able to get a line change. Now that one's floated out to center ice yet again, and Luke Hughes plays it. Nice pass there to Mackie Samiskevich as he sends that one around the boards, looking for Adam Fantilli. And now Dylan Duke with the puck as he's kind of found a little space, and and Luke Hughes with the shot. Ooh, good save there by Dobesh. As good puck control in the offensive zone for the Wolverines. And, ooh, as I say that, nice defensive play there from Holiday to take Duke off the puck as Singleton carries it out to center ice. He dumps it in, and the Buckeyes will get a change. Now Luke Hughes carrying the puck. He tries to play one to Adam Fantilli, that unable to connect. As right out in front. There. Oh, and LaPointe had an opportunity out in front, but kind of just was a little bit as a good opportunity out in front for the Buckeyes, but now an opportunity here on the break as LaPointe carries the puck. He sends one across. Ooh, Granowitz just unable to corral it as we see Nolan Moyle battling for it. And that is McWard sending it up the boards as Weiss and Thiesing battle for it. And, ooh, nice interception there by Laurie, stepping in front of that pass from Seamus Casey as he stick handles down in the offensive zone as that pass is sent across. And now Regula on the puck as he plays it out to Laurie as that's a shot and a nice block there. Jake Harrinan out in front, and that one is sent down, and this will be icing here for the Wolverines.
Yeah, it's sloppy, Stevie. It's very sloppy today with the second and third lines for the Wolverines. I think the first line for Michigan has had a great game in my opinion. Obviously, Mackie Samiskevich has that second goal, and Jacob Truscott had that Truscott had the second goal. Samiskevich had the first goal. But the second and third lines for the Wolverines have been very sloppy, and Ohio State's taking advantage of it.
Yeah. You see that played behind the net as Seamus Casey corrals it. He sends it around the boards. But a nice pinch there to keep it in the zone for the Buckeyes. As now it's battled for along the boards. LaPointe, as that squirts out, and Moyle has it as he sends that one out to center ice. As looks like the Wolverines will be able to get a partial change in as that one's sent wide. And now Estapa with the puck, but nope, unable to get it. Hallam with a nice stick there as he sent it out, and Estapa clears it out to center ice. And now Cassidy with the shot. That comes off of Portillo. As now Cassidy with the puck yet again.
Oh my goodness.
And then a big hit there, and then a big hit there along the boards. As Mark Estapa just came right in, right next to the Ohio State bench and cleared a guy out. As now Regula sends that up the boards for the Buckeyes as Portillo will play that puck deep in his own zone. And Luke Hughes with the puck as he looks for an option, trying to find somebody. He plays that along the boards. Hallam sends that down deep, and Bricky comes away with the puck for the Buckeyes. As a nice nifty move there by Tyler Duke as he's able to break into the offensive zone. And a nice pad save there by Portillo as he's able to stop that tight angle chance. And that one squirts out to center ice. Now McGordy with it as he plays the puck to TJ Hughes. As he sends one out into the middle of the zone, but unable to get anything going as now it's battled for. TJ Hughes able to come away with the puck as he plays it out to the point with Truscott. As he looks for an option, that shot is deflected, and that bouncing puck, Rucker McGordy unable to come down with it. As nice play there by Truscott as that shot goes up and over the cage, and now Gavin Brindley with the puck. As he sends one across to Truscott. Ooh, nice tip out there by TJ Hughes, but Dobesh alert with that pad, able to deflect it wide. Now Truscott with the puck again as he sends a shot in. That one's, deflected. Oh, and in! Oh, my goodness. I don't know how that one got in there, but Seamus Casey sent one back, and then Gavin Brindley deflected it in as it fluttered over the outstretched reach of Dobesh. Man, that was a hectic play, but the Wolverines will definitely take it. Not the prettiest goal, but it works.
No, and Stevie, I was going to say, I kid you not, I was getting ready to say right before they scored that one of those times Michigan was going to hit on the screeners, and it worked. With Truscott continuing with the slap shots, they finally got the screener action to work, and they got a little bit of a rebound there, and eventually the Wolverines able to put it in again. 3-1 lead, humongous for the number 6 team in the country.
Yeah, I mean, it's big because you wanted that next goal. You wanted to be able to put a little distance between yourself and the Buckeyes, who haven't really been able to get much of anything going offensively in the second period. Now Fantilli plays the puck. Samaskevich slaps it down low. And Laurie will play the puck for the Buckeyes. And Duke's there on the forecheck. Nice work as he harasses McWard, but he's able to come away with it, pass it off to Holiday. And now Holiday coming at speed with at Jake Karanen. He sends it across the crease, but no one home. And now that one's floated out to center ice by Philip LaPointe. And Nolan Moyle will chase on the forecheck as Fagula sends that down, and Gilden sends it deep as Granowitz with the puck. He plays it off to LaPointe, and Moyle sends it down deep as LaPointe will chase as Granowitz has the puck behind the net, and now battled for down low between Fagula and LaPointe. Ooh, and a big hit there by Jacob Truscott on Wise as he looked to play the puck in his own zone. As we see Keenan Draper harassing him. Just a real good job on this forecheck right now. Not letting Ohio State get out of the zone, but Fagula carries it out to center ice as he sends one that gets deflected, and Truscott able to corral it. And Keenan Draper,
that was close.
Puck almost dropped for him. As we see a little bit of afters again, as now we got, it looked like
just a little bit of a skirmish, nothing too big.
Yeah, it looked like Draper kind of embellished that first one. And then Estapa came and hit Fagula. And then Fagula just kind of seemed to rest his knee on Draper while he was trying to get up. Just some good old-fashioned love between these two teams.
That certainly love each other a lot. But no, I mean, Stevie, you said it in the commentary of Michigan's been harassing on the floor checks for Ohio State. And I think that's really caused a lot of problems for the Buckeyes because they're not really able to get in rhythm when they're getting out of the defensive zone. And Michigan's they're pressuring everything right now, even right behind the Buckeyes' own net. And so, I think it's really causing a lot of problems for Ohio State. We'll see if maybe they speed up their offense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And like you said, you wanted to see a little more out of those second, third, and fourth lines. And it's been those lines that have been applying that pressure. As we see TJ Hughes playing the puck, as Keaton Pearson in his own zone, and Gavin Brindley harassing Trolar as it's battled for it. And now Duke able to come away with it for the Buckeyes as that one's floated up as Pearson plays the puck along the boards and TJ Hughes looks for it. That will come squirting back into the defensive zone, and Luke Hughes will play it. About 2 minutes and 15 seconds remaining in this second period for the Wolverines, as that's floated in by Luke Hughes. And now let's look. Ohio State looks to break out, and Rucker McGorty will not allow them to, as he sends it back into the offensive zone for the Wolverines. And it looks like we'll get an offside call, as Samaskevich was chasing that puck, but went into the zone a little too early.
Yeah, and it's just, I mean, it seems like it's been a few minutes now where neither team's really been able to get anything going. It's been a lot of Ohio State in their own zone, literally just trying to get to the neutral zone. I mean, Michigan is really pressuring the puck right now. But then again, Michigan also up 2 goals, but they're looking for, of course, that crucial third goal lead. And so we'll see if they can get it before the start of the final period here.
Yeah. So you see that one sent down low as Portillo plays the puck, as he finds Casey, plays it to Adam Fantilli. But Halliday comes away with it for the Buckeyes. Laurie at the point, he sends a shot in. Nice save there. Oh, and Laurie unable to get his stick onto that one, as a nice save by Portillo. And at the second time of asking, Michigan's defense just did enough to put him off, as we see Samaskevich play the puck out to the neutral zone.
And that was really the first real opportunity for the Buckeyes in this period. And they're definitely going to be looking to create more. Here's one.
As we see Laurie sending a pass to Halliday, he sends one wide. And now Fantilli plays the puck. He plays it out to the neutral zone. And 1 minute remaining here in this second period, as we see Halliday playing it. Portillo slaps that around to the sideboards, as that one's sent around and out, but Laurie able to control it in the neutral zone. So he looks to play a pass, but Nolan Moyle doing a nice job again on the forecheck to just kind of disrupt the play, not let Ohio State have what they want. As we see Marcus Stoppa doing a nice job, as Jackson Hallam steps in, sends that puck down deep for the Wolverines. And now Wise plays the puck. Jackson Hallam trying to corral it, as he's beat off the puck by Thiesing and Wise, as that's down low. Now Wise with the puck, he's looking for a man, and a nice play there by Luke Hughes, using that long reach to deflect that shot. And it's battled for along the boards. It's Duke, Truscott, and basically half the players on the ice. Is now that second period will come to an end. And just a much less free-flowing game than the first period. But Michigan able to come out with a 3-1 lead going into this third period.
Yeah, neither team's really been able to get out in the breaks and really run in transition a little bit. And even when both teams are in the offensive zone, there haven't really been too great of connections consistently with the passes. And so, yeah, I mean, it's been a little sloppy since the first period. A big third period coming up. Michigan's got to feel good. Up 2 goals, of course, a very different situation than what they were in last night.
Mm-hmm.
But, shows you anything can happen on 2 straight nights of hockey.
Yeah, and I think we got to attribute at least some of this turnaround for the Wolverines to playing more physical within the rules of the game. Because in that first period, you saw Keenan Draper take a penalty for a hit after the whistle. But the Wolverines have done a really good job, in my opinion, of keeping the play in the offensive zone. Even if Ohio State has the puck, their forecheck has been great at disrupting everything and making it just life hard on the Buckeyes.
I definitely agree. I think the floor checks have been fantastic. They're pressuring everything, and it's made life really hard on Ohio State. We'll see what it does, though, for Michigan's stamina, because it's hard when you're constantly chasing after the puck like crazy, and there's been a lot of quick line changes, of course, to counter that for Brandon Dorado and the Wolverines. But we'll see if there's any sort of effect in the third period. I don't think there will be, but you never know with these guys, constantly skating around like crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the offensive end for Michigan, I think they got to continue with the screeners. It worked in getting that third goal, where it was literally 5 or 6 straight possessions where Jacob Truscott was sitting on the left wing and would just take a slap shot anywhere near the goal, and the screener would just try to get something on it, or even worst case, just elude it and then confuse the goalie for Ohio State, Dobush. And so I like the game plan so far for the Wolverines, but they got to keep up the momentum and the intensity in the third period.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. I think just 20 more minutes of the hockey that we saw this period, and I think the Wolverines will be able to come out of here with a split with their arch rivals. But we will step aside for about 10 minutes, and we will have you back here for the third period of the Michigan-Ohio State hockey game, top 10 matchup.
And welcome back, everybody, to WCBN Sports' presentation of Michigan hockey. Alongside Neal Sinha, I'm Jared Greenspan, here to deliver the third period to you. Michigan up on Ohio State 3-1. It was 1-0 Buckeyes 18 seconds into this game. 3 unanswered goals for the Wolverines, most recently a goal by Gavin Brindley in that second period. And Michigan's really flipped this game around.
They really have, Jared. They've been pressuring everything for the Buckeyes. I mean, really every floor check. Ohio State hasn't been able to get too much rhythm going in this game. And then offensively, I mean, Michigan at the end of that first period was just firing on all cylinders, and they had opportunity after opportunity, and you knew that one of those shots would eventually go in. And then in the third period, they started to utilize some of the screener action, and it worked out with Truscott with firing in quite a few different slap shots. Eventually, one of them kind of rebounded out, and Michigan just happened to be there for the putback.
And so it's 3-1 Michigan. That's where things stand right now. We're about 45 seconds away from resuming action here at Yost. Michigan drubbed yesterday 7-2 in the series opener, but so far tonight, the Wolverines have rebounded perfectly, and they just have 20 minutes left to hold on.
But it's going to be a long 20 minutes, though, Jared. Very long 20 minutes upcoming here for Michigan. Of course, they have the famous 2-goal lead in hockey. It's the most dangerous lead to have. So Michigan's going to be looking to score early in this period and try to really put away this game and get some insurance goals. Eric Portillo, it's going to be a very interesting third period because expect Ohio State to be pressing everything. They're really going to just try to throw everything that they can, frankly, at the Wolverines and throw up a lot of shots today. And Portillo's 96% save percentage will certainly be on the line.
And we are ready to go here. Fantilli for Michigan, Weiss for Ohio State. In the face-off circle at center ice. And it's won by Fantilli, corralled by Luke Hughes along the near side, sends it across the ice to Truscott. Back to Luke Hughes, has it at the blue line, rifles it across. It's off Fantilli's stick. Duke chases after it. Behind the net, it's wrapped around for Ohio State now. Gilden finds a Buckeye in the middle. It's Theisling. And Luke Hughes gets to it first. He pinballs it all the way around the boards to Dylan Duke at the blue line on the far side. Knocked away and into the stick of Truscott. Truscott to the left face-off circle for Luke Hughes. Backpedals behind the net to the near side now. Sends it into the neutral zone. McGroarty gets to it. Now Brindley flips it all the way down the ice. And it's pursued by Ohio State. That's Laurie in on it. And here's Laurie skating down the middle through the neutral zone. Goes to the backhand on this right face-off circle. Sends it out in front. No one's home. Ohio State gets to it. Theisling on the near side. Sends it across the ice. Laurie plays it off his skate. He's hit along the boards by Brindley. Now it's Kiernan in there for the Wolverines. And Kiernan pops it behind the net for Pearson. Keaton Pearson finds McGroarty on the near side. Rifles it across the ice to the far side for Kiernan. Kiernan flicks it down. TJ Hughes got to it. Now Brindley's shot just wide to the left. Michigan gets it back at the blue line. Hughes sends it in front, knocked away. Holiday has it for Ohio State. Pass in the middle, deflected by Seamus Casey. And now it's Tyler Duke for the Buckeyes at the blue line on the near side. Laurie in Ohio State's end sends it into the neutral zone. Casey gets to it. Now Moyle, LaPointe has it. He flips it all the way down the ice, wraps around the boards to the far side. Moyle lays a hit. And now Ohio State skating the other way. Buckeyes storming right down the middle through the neutral zone, across the blue line. And wraps it around the boards. Portillo behind his net, but he gives way to LaPointe. Receiving the pass from Pearson, sends it down. Dobish lets it go behind the net. Granowitz gets to it. Granowitz back behind the net, jostling with the Buckeye. And now Ohio State has it.
Just continuous action right now. I mean, really not many stoppages as Truscott kind of lost track of the puck right there.
Ohio State will reset. Line changes for both sides. Theisling down the near side. Whiffed on the shot attempt, and Portillo able to gobble it up. 17:35 left in the third. Still 3-1 Michigan.
Yeah, it was a solid move right there by Traylor, but unable to really get the shot off eventually. And for Michigan defensively, they're just going to need to continue to pressure everything for Ohio State. Don't let the Buckeyes get into a rhythm offensively and in the offensive zone. Michigan, I think it's going to be a lot of a high press in this third period. And for Ohio State, on the other hand, expect a lot of just random shots. I mean, they need to try to create as much as they can.
Estapa wins the faceoff in Michigan's end. Casey along the boards looking for Draper with the backhand, sends it back to Ohio State's end. McWard across the ice to the far side for Laurie. Finds Larkin skating through the middle. And it's knocked away momentarily by Hallam, who loses it. It's loose in the neutral zone, and Casey gets to it first for the Wolverines. Casey across the ice, played off the boards to Hallam, who whistles it back down to Jobesh behind his net, pressured by Estapa. Samoskevich there as well as Ohio State clears. Larkin receives the pass from Duke down the near side, and it's behind the net again. This time Portillo has it. Luke Hughes on the near side with the backhand to Samoskevich at the blue line. He loses the handle. Larkin has it, sprays it towards Portillo. Couldn't gobble it up cleanly, but he defers it to Luke Hughes, and here comes Michigan the other way. Hughes up the near side finds Samoskevich, and he sends it down the ice. So the goalie's getting a lot of action indirectly right now. Jobesh gives way for a teammate. Down the ice, a dump and chase. Cassidy after it. He wraps it around. Portillo on cue with the backhand. Leaves it for Pearson. Pearson, errant pass to Cassidy, right to Dunlap. He whiffs on the shot attempts, and Pearson gets it back. His pass along the boards is intercepted by Dunlap. Back to Marooney. Marooney across the ice. Shot out in front, knocked away nicely by Portillo. Here comes Adam Fantilli through the neutral zone down the near side. Fantilli towards the middle, leaves it in front, no one's home. Brindley gets to it and then gives it away. Here comes Ohio State the other way. Back and forth we go. Regala skating inside, knocked away at the near side post by Portillo. McWarty lays a hit along the boards. Casey gets to it. Leaves it for Luke Hughes. Hughes the other way. Along the boards for Moyle. Moyle chases after it down the far side. He's going to get to it first. Moyle behind the net. TJ Hughes there as well. Finds Casey. Casey out in front, knocked away by a Buckeye defender. Right back to Casey at ricochets. Casey out in front. TJ Hughes sends it towards the crease, and it's knocked away. Ohio State flicks it far down the ice. It's gloved by Seamus Casey in Michigan's end, but not cleanly. Ohio State has it. It's Weiss. Weiss up top for Brickley. Plays it off his skate. It ricochets to Duke at the circle. Duke skirts around the point. Played behind the net for Theisling. Now to the circle, Wise. Wise flicks it up in the air. It was deflected. Moyle got a stick on it. And now Luke Hughes spins away from Wise and sends it high and far down the ice.
Not a great play by Luke Hughes right there. He was looking for a teammate and kind of just got a little stagnant with it and then took a hit.
Wise eludes Pearson, but Estapa recovers. Up ahead for LaPointe. The Buckeyes caught in a change, but the pass sloppy. And it goes to Laurie, who resettles behind the net for Ohio State. 14:45 left in the third. Laurie to the far side. Here comes McWard skating around behind the net. Leaves it for a Buckeye. Estapa got a stick on it for a moment. Now it's Holiday at the blue line, switching to the near side. Laurie at the circle, switches to the backhand. Laurie in the crease. Holiday. Ooh. And that's hit the post for the circle. And then another shot sprayed in. Portillo knocks it away. The Buckeyes get it back. And it's Pearson with the backhand in front of the net. And he flicks it down the ice, but it's gloved there in the neutral zone by a Buckeye, so not cleared entirely. Approaching 14 minutes left in the third. Laurie dumps it off for Holiday down the near side. Into the Michigan zone. Holiday, errant pass. Truscott has it behind the net. Sprays it around the boards for Kiernan across the ice, off the stick of Hallam. And it ricochets behind Jobesh's net. Ohio State has it. Holiday on the near side. Intercepted, cut off nicely by Dylan Duke. Now Tyler Duke gets it back for Ohio State. That pass deflected out in front of the net by Fantilli. Duke circles away from his brother. And now Laurie has it at the faceoff circle. Laurie down the ice, pass deflected by Samoskevich. Winds its way to Dunlap in the middle. And finally, a whistle.
Yeah, and I mean, there was one possession there for Ohio State in which Michigan did not really pressure the reset. And the Buckeyes skated up into the neutral zone and kind of had some momentum just in terms of getting down the rink. And what ended up happening, it was a great opportunity for Ohio State, a shot that ricocheted off the post. Again, Michigan's got to continue to apply the pressure here.
13:27 left in the third as Michigan wins the faceoff, but the Buckeyes quickly get it back. Dunlap sends it around the boards behind the net. Truscott fighting for it. Ohio State gets to it first via Cassidy. Portillo out of his net. flicks it up the near side boards for Brindley, who's hit hard. Tyler Duke sends it back towards Portillo. Wards it away with his stick. McGroarty in Michigan zone. Pass goes off the skates of Gavin Brindley. And then all the way back behind Dobesh's net. Dobesh gets to it. Tyler Duke skates down the far side, evades one Michigan player. Now towards the middle, gets to the circle. Duke wraps it around. LaPointe sticks with him. Duke with the backhand, and he loses the handle. And Kiernan sends it all the way down the ice for Ohio State to chase after it. Marooney gets to it. Leaves it for Messina, and it scoots on by all the way down the ice. That'll be an icing.
Yeah, not too much going on so far. I mean, 7.5 minutes through this third period. Ohio State's had a couple of solid opportunities. Michigan seems like they're just sitting back and willing to play defense, which you don't want to do. You don't want to be complacent when you're up 2 goals. And so I think the Wolverines maybe should be going a little bit more on the aggressive end here. We'll see. They have a face-off in the offensive zone.
You don't want to be complacent, but nothing has happened yet, and if that holds, Michigan will take that, but 12:23 to play. Three to 1 Michigan on top. Loose puck squirms back towards Portillo's end, and Luke Hughes gets to it first. Sends it along the boards for Samoskevich back into the ballgame. Loose puck in the middle. Samoskevich controls at the blue line. Taps it back for Pearson, just back in. Sends it across to the far side. Truscott rifles it up, looking for Draper. It goes off his stick. Now Hallam collects the loose puck in the neutral zone. Moving to the near side, flips it with the backhand all the way down in Ohio State's end.
Ooh. Some sloppy play here.
A stop on the nearest Wolverine to it along the boards behind Dobesh's net. Ohio State now back with it. Sends it across to Pearson, who intercepts the pass. Buckeyes looking for momentum, down 3 to 1. Michigan trying to hold serve, 11 minutes and 15 seconds away from a victory. Kiernan along the near side looking for Brindley, jostling with Gilden. At the face-off circle, Weiss has it. Weiss with the backhand, wraps around. Portillo covers. The pass to Leary, and he scores. And just like that, Ohio State back in this one. It's Mason Laurie off the wraparound feed from Weiss, the captain. Laurie strikes from the circle on the one-timer in the bottom right corner around Portillo.
And it just felt like that was coming. I mean, Michigan was sitting back and willing to play defense, which, again, I get you at the time, obviously, they were up 2 goals, but you can't become complacent. Michigan seemed to there, and now it's a game. Now it is certainly a game again, and Eric Portillo with one that he really will not want to remember, just right between his legs.
And so it's 3 to 2, Michigan. The Wolverines will have to hold serve. Here comes Hughes skating through the neutral zone, sends it all the way back down the ice. The nearest Wolverine is TJ Hughes. He can't get to it. Ohio State the other way, and that pass awry, it'll go all the way back towards Portillo. So the long passes, inadvertent or not, continue here as the third period reaches its halfway point. Brindley on the far side. TJ Hughes there as well, and Michigan's able to dig it out first. Hughes at the face-off circle, holding in Michigan's end. It'll allow for a quick substitution. McGroarty off, LaPointe in. It's Pearson skating down the far side. It sends it all the way down the ice. No icing. Sent to the far side. Ohio State chasing after it. Granowitz lays a decent hit. Dobesh has it now behind his net. Dobesh looking, LaPointe and Granowitz applying pressure, and Dobesh will leave it for a teammate to come grab it. Pass goes to Singleton up the near side. He leaves it for Laurie, the goal scorer. Back across the ice it goes. Burnside. Back to McWard. Now Laurie in Ohio State's end. Under 10 to play. Portillo behind the net. Wraps around to Theisling. Quick feed in front, and it just goes wide. Portillo was out of the net. Laurie to McWard on the far side. That sprays behind the boards. Granowicz pressuring Wise, but Wise, the captain, gets to it. Now it's LaPointe in there, or Pearson rather. The pass from Moyle to Granowicz trickles all the way across the ice to the far side. Sent back in, Wise chasing along the near side at the circle with Pearson. Wise out in front, and it's knocked away by Kiernan. Fantilli leaves it for Dylan Duke. Dylan Duke with a full head of steam. Drops it off for Samoskevich. Samoskevich fumbled around with it, wanted to let it rip, but couldn't. And it's a mistake that costs that chance.
Let's see if Michigan can get some rhythm going offensively here. Just, trying to connect some passes and get some confidence again.
Hallam to the far side. It's gathered by Casey with a full head of steam the other way down the near side. Casey wraps towards the net, and it's knocked away at the last second by McWard. Now Casey back towards Dobesh, and that's knocked away. Luke Hughes gets to the loose puck in Ohio State's end, and now the Buckeyes gather it. Sent to the far side for Marooney. Marooney off the boards to the near side. Cassidy in the neutral zone. Truscott knocks it away. Traylor fighting with Draper, and the puck high in the air. It's a foot race between Truscott and Cassidy. Traylor sends it towards the net. Portillo knocks it away with his pads. Sprayed high. Duke and Hallam chasing after it. Hallam gets to it first. He beats Tyler Duke. Hallam with the backhand, and he lost the handle. Now in the neutral zone, Kiernan for Casey. Jameis Casey resettles. 7:45 to play. Michigan up 3-2. Yost very, very quiet, as it has been through most of this third period. A stop of the backhand, knocked away by Dobesh. Michigan gets back to it. Out in front, the shot by Brindley, a rocket, it's high, and it caroms off the plexiglass. Stays in play. Casey fighting on the near side with Cassidy, and Cassidy wins it. Ohio State controls behind the net. Flips it down the ice. Got a man there. Out in front, Theisling, the tap too strong, and Portillo pounces on it. Michigan living dangerously here in this third period.
Whoa, I mean, it just seemed like a sigh of relief for both teams to get to that under 10. Where do I even start? That was a lot of hockey in a row there without stoppage. First, I think for Michigan, Eric Portillo with a humongous mistake that he didn't have to pay the price for. Came out of his own net, dumped it off straight to, I believe it was Cole McWard, who took the shot. If he just got that on goal, it's likely the third goal and the game-tying goal for Ohio State. He was unable to. It was obviously a tough situation. But, Michigan living a little dangerously at times, and then they got some offensive chances going there. Man, it's just back and forth, Jared. I don't know what else to say. It's a great game. But only 7:13 to go. I did kind of feel like Ohio State wanted to get to that timeout, reset a little bit, and just get ready for the stretch run here of this game.
And you don't have to have any game at this point in the season. It's January. But if you're Michigan, this is a game you could really use after last night's disaster, losing 7-2, to come back and win this game, especially after being down so early. Michigan's got to make up some ground in the standings, too. This would go a long way, a win against Ohio State.
Oh, it definitely would. Not just in the standings, but just as you said, within the Big Ten, this would put Michigan at 5-7 in conference. That would be big time. But also, rankings-wise, this is a top 10 matchup between number 6 Michigan and number 8 Ohio State. It doesn't get much better than that.
7:12 left in the third period. Wolverines clinging to a 3-2 advantage. Edwards takes the face-off, trying to pry it away. Brindley's in there as well, and Ohio State maintains possession. Laurie on the far side near the blue line. He's pressured by McGroarty. The puck is loose, and it winds its way to a Michigan player, but Ohio State quickly wins it back. Behind the net, Wise with it. Now Luke Hughes has it. Goes with a backhand for TJ Hughes. Trying to clear it. Couldn't. Wise now behind the net again, pressured by 2 Wolverines. TJ Hughes gets back to it, and he's able to score him free. Hughes to the circle, sends all the way down the ice. McWard gets to it. Now with the backhand, sends to the near side. At the faceoff circle, Ohio State gets it. Now sends it back across to McWard. 6.5 to play. McWard finds Weiss in the neutral zone. Weiss has Pearson backpedaling and sends it wide of Portillo. It caroms off the boards to Fantilli. And Fantilli with the clear. Here comes Michigan the other way. Dylan Duke has a defender backpedaling. Duke sprays it towards Dobesh, and he's able to make the save.
Yeah, and Dylan Duke right there kind of took the bad angle. Usually you're taught to go inside, whether it's passing inside or cutting inside. He decided to go outside, and it was a tough pass in or even a tough shot in. And Dobesh was right there for Ohio State. Again, a one-goal game here with 6:15 to go. Nerve-wracking times, Jared.
They are clenching this 3-2 lead. Can they see it through all the way to the end? Face off deep in Ohio State's end. Estapa takes it and wins it. Moyle sprays it in. It's blocked. Casey retrieves. His shot deflected by a defender. And now Ohio State gets it back. Sent all the way down the ice looking for Holiday lurking behind. Duke knocks an Ohio State player to the ground. Holiday behind the net. And it's loose, and Portillo grabs it.
Yeah, and expect a lot of stoppages here for the last, 5:52, 6 minutes left. Portillo is not going to take many chances here and just letting it play. He's going to try to get his glove on a lot of these. And, I think the biggest thing for Michigan right now is, just to continue. I know I sound like a broken record at this point, but really pressure everything. And I think Portillo, it's going to be all about his placement. He's got to be covering, the near post consistently. Ohio State hasn't really had too much, action or plays behind the net going. And so, I think it's kind of keeping it simple and easy here for Michigan.
5:52 left in the third. Traylor for Ohio State, Fantilli for Michigan, and the face-off to Portillo's right. The puck caroms across the ice to the other circle. Duke trying to clear it. He can. It goes right to his brother, Tyler Duke. Truscott lays a hit deep in Michigan's end. Tyler Duke gets it back near the blue line. Sends to Brickley. One-timer knocked away by Portillo. Dangerous there, and it goes all the way down the ice on the clear.
Well, and I just talked about Portillo needing to position himself correctly. Came way too far out of the net and got very lucky that it wasn't deflected to a Buckeye as we have another face-off upcoming.
And we saw Ohio State get that second goal on a one-timer, and then again, this time Brickley nearly catching Portillo off guard with a one-timer of his own.
Yeah, Brandon Naurato has to be yelling at Portillo to, just stick to what he's good at. He's a great position goalie, and so he doesn't need to change anything up here.
Samoskevich off the pass from Fantilli through the middle. He's hooked to the ground, but it's a play on.
Yeah, there you go.
Now there's a whistle, and I believe that's going to be a penalty.
That's just unneeded. That is absolutely unneeded by the Buckeyes right there. On Cole McWard, you don't need that. Mackey Samoskevich was all the way by the boards, and McWard was with him 50-50. You don't need to just hook him down, especially not when you're down a goal and you only have 5 minutes left in the game. Now Michigan has a 2-minute power play for that minor penalty. And for the Wolverines, they're looking for that insurance goal now. Buckeyes just got to get out of this.
And we've mentioned, as you said, that insurance goal. Michigan's been clenching this 3-2 lead. Here's a prime opportunity to get some breathing room. Samoskevich to the blue line for Hughes. Now it's TJ Hughes at the circle. Sends it out in front. It goes wide. No one's home. That pass from Fantilli is deflected. Ohio State comes the other way. Weiss in a foot race, but Portillo's going to get to it first. And there's going to be a whistle here, and I think that's going to lead to a face-off in Michigan's end.
They called that whistle, or they blew that whistle, so quickly because Portillo lifted his glove, and I thought he was able to get rid of it in time before they called the face-off. But nonetheless, Ohio State, a little bit of a break right there. You waste 15 seconds off the power play, and then now they have it in Michigan's zone.
Singleton for Ohio State. Brindley for Michigan. Singleton wins the face-off. Burnside. Back to Laurie, retreating way back in Ohio State's end, then just whacks it all the way down the ice. Luke Hughes corrals quickly off the boards. Now Michigan resets. 30 seconds gone by in the power play. Hughes finds Brindley up the near side. Through the neutral zone with Motor. Brindley with the backhand, given the left side. Casey scoots around his defender to the circle. Casey, shot wide. Michigan retains. McGroarty at the circle. McGroarty back, and it's an ill-advised pass that goes all the way into Michigan's end. Luke Hughes corrals. 1:07 left in the power play. Hughes down the middle, given the left side for Casey. Finds Brindley at the circle. Brindley with the backhand. Brindley looking for help. Brindley behind the net. McGroarty at the circle. McGroarty, shot saved by Dobesh. Carams out to Casey. Up top, Hughes. Back to McGroarty. Hughes fires it. Loose in front. Knocked away. McGroarty gets it back at the circle. McGroarty to the point for Hughes. Hughes. Back to McGroarty. One-timer.
Oh, my gracious.
Rutger McGroarty from the face-off circle off the feed from Luke Hughes. And there's that breathing room. It's 4-2 Michigan.
What a goal by Rutger McGroarty. I mean, it does not get too much better than that. The slap shot from the face-off circle on the right wing. And Dobush, I was just going to say, he had done a great job so far on that power play, was all over everything. I mean, he stopped a couple of great chances for Michigan, but McGroarty just happened to be in the right place at the right time, and a spectacular placement shot.
4-2 Michigan. How about Rutger McGroarty? Snuck it by Dobesh with speed. And it's 4-2 Michigan. We're back at even strength with 3:47 to go as the Wolverines convert on the power play. And now just trying to see this 2-goal lead through to the end. So that penalty very costly for Ohio State. Duke off the dump and chase. Hit by Kiernan Hard. Pearson lays a hit behind the net. It's sent in front. No one's home. And Tyler Duke able to retrieve it back in the neutral zone. He skates backwards, given the left side for Holiday. Holiday past the blue line into Michigan's end. Drops it off for Bricky. Bricky back for Laurie. Beats Holiday in the middle. Holiday leaves it for Laurie. Laurie coming through. Laurie at the circle. Wraps around. Out in front. Luke Hughes is home. And Hughes with a backhand sends it back down the ice. McWard, who committed the penalty, has it for the Buckeyes up the near side. Sends it across the ice. Dunlap tried to get by Truscott, but Truscott takes the puck away. And Hughes flips it down the ice. Ohio State chases. 2:47 to go.
Buckeyes need some movement here. They got to get down the ice much quicker than this. I mean, 2 goals in 2.5 minutes they need.
Truscott sends it back. Moyle able to tip it ahead. McGroarty skating onto it. McGroarty at the circle loses his footing. And it's a break for Ohio State. Moyle lays a hit. The puck dug up against the boards. It's pried away by Michigan, but an errant pass right to Dunlap for Ohio State. Here comes Laurie through the middle. Laurie to Dunlap. His shot knocked away by Portillo. It caroms out to Ohio State at the right circle. Sent back behind the boards to Cassidy. Cassidy out in front, knocked away by Seamus Casey. 2:12 to play. Casey out in front, dangerous pass to Weiss. Weiss at the blue line. Flips it back in around the boards behind the net. Casey sends it around the boards to the near side. Cassidy jostling with Estapa. Puck still loose. Estapa with Weiss. Weiss wins it. Duke at the blue line. Duke to Weiss at the circle. Weiss back to Duke. The goalie's been pulled, so it's 6-on-5 for Michigan. Brickley up top. Nearly lost it. McGroarty gets to it. Brickley fighting for it at the blue line. Moyle's there as well. It's sent down the ice, and Tyler Duke retrieves. A minute 37 to play. Full line substitutions. Tyler Duke through the middle. Leaves it for Weiss. Weiss at the blue line. Pressured by Dylan Duke. Skates through the neutral zone. Weiss hounded by Fantilli. Wraps it around the net to the far side. It's taken by Ohio State. Now it's loose, and Luke Hughes has it behind the net. Finds Fantilli. Fantilli clears it, and then it's gloved out of the air. Still in Michigan's end by McWard. Ohio State has it. Cross the ice. Weiss off the boards. Out in front, knocked away by Luke Hughes. Theising has it behind the net. Given the right circle. McWard with Samoskevich. Prying for the puck. Michigan has it. Here's Fantilli down the ice. Just missed to the right. That would have certainly sealed it. 55.8 seconds to play, and we have a whistle. And now some extracurriculars between both teams here. Michigan up 4-2.
What a crazy game.
Barring disaster, Michigan will win this one.
But yeah, wow. I mean, I can't help but think for Ohio State, going back to that penalty committed by Cole McWard, there was no need for it. And it caused the power play that Michigan then scored to get up 2. You know, if McWard doesn't commit that, for all we know, this is still a 1-goal game, or even Ohio State maybe ties it up by now. And so Michigan got to be thanking the lucky stars for that.
I believe there's a review for the previous play. Not exactly sure what they're reviewing.
Yeah, I'm really not too sure, frankly, by this review.
Try and look all the way down at the monitor. Unclear exactly.
Jared, I could not tell you. I think they're looking at the skirmish afterwards, which I didn't think was anything. They're walking back out pretty quickly here.
Very quick review. We'll see what the ruling is. So there is nothing. Ohio State lost the timeout as a result. No major penalty, which I guess was what the review was for. 4-2 Wolverines on top, 55.8 seconds to go.
Yeah, and I mean, it's a smart challenge by the Buckeyes. You know, regardless, you get some time to regroup there, and it's pretty much a timeout that they had. You know, and maybe there's a major penalty resulting from it, but in this case, obviously not.
So it'll be Weiss and Fantilli with the faceoff in Michigan's end. Under a minute to play. Weiss wins it. Ising has it. Ising at the point. Lets it rip. Knocked away by Portillo. Duke gets to it. Duke sends it high down the ice. Laurie retreats to grab it. Under 50 seconds to play. Laurie in front of his own net with no goalie. Dobish has been pulled. It's a 6-on-5. Ising down the middle. He lets it fly over the top of the net. Comes back out to Truscott. Duke sends it down the far side. McWard gets to it. In the middle, Theising. Now Laurie knocked away. Here comes Dylan Duke. Can he win it to McWard? Duke shot off the post. 21 seconds to play. Duke has it out in front. Knocked away in front of the goal by an Ohio State player. 15 seconds to play. Weiss through the neutral zone down the near side. He's wrapped by Luke Hughes. Leaves it for Holiday. Holiday shot deflected by Portillo. 6 seconds to play. Set back in front. No one's there. Fantilli gets to it. Fantilli off the boards, down the ice. That's going to do it. And Michigan holds on for the 4-2 win. The Wolverines rebound in emphatic fashion from yesterday's 7-2 loss. They score 3 unanswered at one point and split the series with the Buckeyes.
A lot of nerves there at the end. I mean, Michigan kind of already had the game in hand, obviously, but looked like they might have been able to get an empty netter goal, too. But nonetheless, they'll take this 4-2 victory, just humongous for this Michigan team, a top 10 victory against the Buckeyes. The Wolverines will improve to 5-7 in conference too.
4-2 win for Michigan to salvage the split against the Buckeyes and head into next weekend's series in Minneapolis with some semblance of momentum. A great win tonight for the Wolverines, and that'll wrap up WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan hockey today from Yost Arena. For Stevie, Macgregor, and Neal Sinha, I'm Jared Greenspan. As always, thanks so much for listening. Good night, and go Blue.